Hi guys, my name's Mark. I decided to create this channel because we are just getting started into camping. We bought a Coleman Lantern LT 17B with the bunks and been doing a lot of research on YouTube about how to do everything. And one of the things that I was finding out was that when you're trying to find a campground, unless you go to the campground and scope out the sites, what's on a map doesn't really tell you anything. And I found a couple where people had filmed or take pictures of some sites. So what I want to try to do is whenever we visit a campground, I'm going to try to let you guys see each of the campsites as much as I can, so if you decide to visit these campgrounds, you will have a better idea of the site and what you might want to pick. So I walked around. We're at Upper Stamp Creek in Bartow County, just between Canton and Cartersville, Georgia. It's a beautiful campground. It's very small, very quiet, very peaceful, I'm sure, as all campgrounds are. But we really enjoyed it. We stayed over the weekend. It's extremely hot, but we enjoyed our stay. And yeah, I'm gonna walk around and show you guys these spots. All right, so this is our site. This is campsite number 7. This is my trailer, and it's nice and big. It's one of the biggest. It's waterfront, but this is your view of the water. It's not much, but it's a great site. The driveway is paved and level. On to the next. This is site 8. This one we actually went ahead and pre-rented for our next trip out here because it does have a waterfront. It's a little shorter because this comes close. It cuts off where ours just runs forward. It's got all the standard stuff. This is where we're going to stay next. Across from 8, there's a small parking lot, and up the hill is the restroom. This is site 9. It's a little different. Instead of a big gravel area, you have a deck, a little fire pit off to the side. It's not right in your area. It's a short pad. It's got a good view. It's a little limited, but a pretty decent view. It's got a bench built in. The picnic table is nice. It's for a little camper. On to the next. This is site 10. It's huge. It's got a parking spot. It's very deep. It's flat, level. It's got a big gravel area. Picnic table, of course. All the same stuff. The hookups are in each one. I want to say there's 50 and 30. There's a limited view, but you still have a pretty decent view. It's nice shady in here. I'm probably scanning too fast. Okay, some of the sites have people in them. Out of respect for them, I'm not gonna film their site. This is 11. Doesn't really have much of a water view. As you pass 11, you come into the parking lot. This is, I guess they also allow people to come in and launch boats, because you can see they've got big parking spaces. There's a boat ramp down here. There's a public access beach. I'm gonna cut it for 12. This is 12. It's a small pad. Again, nice and flat. I love that any of this is not gravel. So there's not really much leveling to do. I had to level mine in order to get my air conditioner to drain out the side, but other than that. But it's a small pad. It's got a pretty decent lake view. Well, actually, as I'm standing here, there's not much. We didn't like some of these down here because they're on the parking lot, and we didn't like, and there's the beach right there. All right, this is 13. It's the pad is big, but the living area is small, the gravel area. It's right on the beach. The family that was staying here this weekend had a lot of kids, so it worked for them because they could watch the kids in the lake without having to actually be right over them. Obviously, this one affords a great view of the water. We didn't like it because everybody that comes to the beach is going to walk right by. These people were on display. There was no privacy, so it depends on what you need. There's the boat ramp right down there, and of course, the beach. We're approaching 14 here. I like this. It's got a really nice view of the water. My wife wasn't sure because you're right in the parking lot. We like just a little bit of privacy. If you're here though, your camper would be here and it would be shielding you from everybody. She just didn't have a good feeling about it. But it's a nice big gravel area, fire pit, all the same stuff. Nice view, I think, as long as you don't mind the parking lot. All right, so this is 15. It's got a pretty decent pad. For whatever reason, I drove the picnic table out to where the trailers would normally sit. That doesn't make any sense. I would drag that back. This is one of the ones that we liked because of this. You got a great panoramic view. It is on the parking lot, but again, I think your trailer shields you from people watching you, and my wife feels that this scenery is a good compromise. So we'll probably be staying at this one. All right, this is 16. It's a pull through. I think it's the only one. It's a small site, a little fire pit. The pad is small. And then of course you just get a porch. No real place to set up a lot of chairs or a pop-up tent. Actually, when we were here, somebody used this as a tent site. The scenery is pretty good, the view. It's through the trees. It's not bad. It's a nice cool breeze. So, it just depends on what you have. If you have a small pop-up tent or a pop-up camper, it might be for you. Here's the showers. We were surprised with the showers. It has a shower. The water pressure is really good. They were very clean. We were very happy with them. Surprised. But right across from the restroom is 17. And 17 is also next to the dump station. So just putting that out there. We initially liked this a little bit because the pad does have a bump in it for where the tree root came up. That's something to take note of. It's a pretty decent little living area here, gravel area. But what we liked about it was the view. One of the things that we kind of focus on, obviously, as you've probably figured out by now, is we want the view. That's why we're a little disappointed with the site we got, because on the map, and that's why I'm doing these, because what looks like a waterfront on a map doesn't always turn out to be a water view. So we like this because of the view, but there are some drawbacks. Being right next to the dump station, Being in the middle, this is right in the middle because the whole campground is just a big loop, and this is in the middle of the loop. But of course, you're right by the bathrooms. That's good and bad. People walk up this hill right here to go to the restrooms, and they become right by your campground. I'm gonna go ahead and do the bathroom since I mentioned it. This is the shower. There's a hook, sinks, and it's very clean. All right, and this is 18. It's a handicap spot. And just in case you wonder what a handicap spot looks like, it's got a double extra wide parking space in case you have a van that needs room to let a chair down. It's got a little extra pad for somebody with a wheelchair to be able to be instead of the gravel. And it's also got a raised fire pit so that it's not all the way in the ground. I would have never known. This is the table. It's nice. The view is different. It's a nice view. I bet it would be really nice in the fall when you could see through, but with all the foliage, that's it. You know, the view to the lake is a little bit shoddy. You definitely don't want to try to go down this hill. All right, so we came around and we're at the top of the hill and the top of the campground, and these are non-waterfront sites. You know, it's just wood. This is one. I'm not going to show you all of it because they have a lot of stuff on the table, but it's just a nice size gravel pad, and it's nice and cozy back here. It's cool in the trees. All right, this is 2, again, a non-waterfront. It's nice and level, very shady. You're back in the trees. Pretty decent gravel area. Standard. It's not bad as long as your view of the water isn't what you're after. All right, this is site 3. Again, very similar. Nice level pad, gravel area, fire pit, all the same stuff. A little bit more sunshine in this one than some of the other ones. All right, this is 5. I don't know if this one's considered waterfront because you start to approach the water. I don't know if you can see it. But another patio one, small pad. It's got a patio with I don't know what you would do with this fire pit. You know, it doesn't give you any place to sit and be close to it. You're either in the dirt or not. Yeah, I mean, it's all right, but if it's not what you're after, I don't know. I mean, this is 6. Again, we're not going to film it because there's people on that spot. It's just above ours, so it's a partial view. I can describe it. It's a patio, so there's no gravel. That means it's going to be small. All right, guys, so we just got back, and it is hot. But hopefully this is helpful. Reply in the comments. I don't know how to add all the banners and the effects, any links, likes, bells. I don't know all that yet. I'll have to look into it. I'll probably have to get some software to help me make these videos, but right now I'm just going to use iMovie on my iPhone and paste these all together. I just made individual clips of each site. But anyway, I hope you like it. Hope it's helpful. Drop me a comment if it is helpful. I would love the encouragement. Let me know I'm on the right track. If there's anything that I might have missed that you wanted to see, let me know and I'll try to get it on future sites. Have a great day. Keep campering.